Welcome to the Binge List. I am your host, Paul Chappell. And man, I had a good weekend. You know why I had a good weekend? Because I wanted to review something and I didn't have any prospects. So I did what I usually do. I opened up Netflix and just looked, and there it was, Criminal Season 2. Now, I reviewed the last season, and the only thing I could find wrong with the last season was that it was way too short. But it was a little bit different this time because they have a total of 4 episodes instead of 3. And it made me happy because the writing on this show is so excellent. They always have these guest stars, and they're usually some high-profile names. As you can see, it's Kit Harington this season of Game of Thrones fame. So I was really excited to sit down and watch it. And it's just one of those shows where I knew I was just going to like everything about it and there wouldn't be too many things to complain about. Even the stuff you would think would be a complaint is actually worked to its favor. And I'll get to that in a minute. But there's probably 4 things that I really enjoyed about this show. And the first thing was, of course, is that it's a psychological thriller. Every episode is only about the cops interviewing suspects. That's what this show is about. And it's happening somewhere in Britain. It's probably the Metropolitan Police or something. It's not real clear what jurisdiction. All you need to know is that it's some British police officers or investigators interviewing suspects. And they do that very well. There's no flashbacks. It's all in one location. There's an interview room and there's a hall outside. That's it. That's all they have. It probably cost Netflix $12 to do a season of this show, I swear. I mean, it really is just actors talking to each other. But it works. It works because you have to use your imagination to fill in all the blanks. And sometimes that makes it more suspenseful because I feel like you're not shown anything the investigators aren't shown. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. They obviously know more than you as a viewer know because they have the notes and the evidence and all that. But you gradually get to understand as much as they do, and you don't really know whether the suspect is guilty or not because they don't show you anything outside that interview room. So in that way, it's very, very psychological, and it works. It just engages you. If you have an imagination, this is the kind of show you will enjoy. And of course, like I said, the guest appearances is always great. Usually you got one of these guest actors playing against type or playing to their type. Sometimes in the case of David Tennant last year, playing a rapist. I won't tell you what Kit Harington is playing, what kind of suspect, but he is a suspect. He does show some range, which I was very happy about because if you watch him on Game of Thrones, you're really not sure that he has range. He pretty much has 2 modes of acting, and that's looking depressed and looking very depressed. That's basically it. But he's a good actor. This proves it. He does very good with what they give him. He's able to hold a monologue for God, like 5 minutes or something without stopping. And it just shows he does have a future in Hollywood if this is any indication. And probably the last thing I would say about what's good about the show is it actually tackles controversial issues. One episode deals with the dangers of vigilante justice. I really, really enjoyed that. And like I said, I don't want to spoil anything, so just go watch it. And there was another episode I don't think the Me Too movement is going to really like because they actually put forth the possibility that a rape victim might be lying. Because we all know that old saying we all know that old adage that has been repeated ad nauseum, believe women. Well, I've addressed that in the past, and I've always said you can't believe anybody. You have to have evidence, okay? That's just the world we live in. Just think, you wouldn't want to be on the other side of an accusation if you know you're innocent. So this show just shows you how important evidence actually is. So I just enjoyed that they exposed that fallacy. You're probably asking me, do I recommend it? Yes, I recommend it. The only thing I would say that I had a problem with is that they had 2 black investigators from last season. Neither one of them returned, but they did have a person of color. Actually, I think they had more than one person of color. They had another guy who looked kind of Arabic. They had an Indian actor named Subram Sharif, I think is his name. Sorry if I got that wrong. But yeah, I highly recommend that you watch this. It's only 4 hours, 4 episodes. It's some of the most intense psychological drama you will see. And I mean, for a person who kind of put down Law and Order SVU, I just wish my only other complaint is that they didn't make enough episodes. I want to see 12 episodes. I want to see 20 episodes. I want to see 22 episodes like they do on these other police procedurals. But we only get 4, but I was happy to get that 4 because it meant I was able to watch the whole thing and drop this review. So that's another reason I kind of liked it. But yeah, go watch it now. It's streaming on Netflix. And that's pretty much like all I got for today. I'd like to thank my subscribers. Encourage you, if you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Give me a like, give me a dislike, and ring that bell if you haven't already, if you're already a subscriber, so you know when my next video drops. And until next time, I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching.